In this video for the beach bag trio, I am going to show you how to add your side panels to the center panel. Now remember, this bag comes in 3 different sizes. This is small, the one behind is the large bag, and the one over there is the medium size bag. Besides 3 sizes in the bag, you can have different pocket treatments. Now the large bag and this bag right here has no pockets at all on the outside or the inside. That's the easiest bag to make, and if you're using it for just a big carry-all to go to the beach, this is a quick and easy bag to do. If you think you might want pockets, you can have either open top pockets, as this bag does, and this is an open top that is not secured in any way to the center. So you can have open top pockets on the outside and none on the inside. Or you can have open top pockets on both the outside and the inside. The last thing is you can have zippered pockets. Now when you're doing zippered pockets, I recommend that you just do your zippered pockets on one side. You can do open top pockets if you want to on the inside. Your choice. So you have some choices. You should have finished your center panel already. And these are the 3 different types of center panels. Here's the center panel that is for a bag that has no pockets. And it's just simply fabric that has been fused to both sides of your center panel interfacing. Here's the bag that has open top pockets on both the outside and the inside. You can do 1 or 2, whichever you choose. Now, when you put pockets on your center panel, after you've made your pockets and pinned them on, if your pocket panels don't match your center panel, you want to trim everything up so that it matches. That way, when we go to add the sides, it's nice and even. Now, here's your zippered top pockets. Couple of things with the zippered top pockets. When you trim your fabric away from the sides so that it's nice and even, do not trim the zippers. You want to keep them long, and once we add the side panels, we'll trim them off then. The next thing is you want to make sure your zipper pull is somewhere in the center of your pocket. That way, when we go to sew these side seams, your zipper pull, you won't inadvertently sew over that. So now, to sew your side panels, you've finished your center panels. To sew your side panel, you're simply going to take your side panels and you're going to place them one on top, right sides facing, like that. And then you're going to place one on the bottom, right sides facing. So right sides facing on the bottom and the top. With your raw edges nice and even, you'll stitch down with a 1/4 inch seam. Do one side and then do the same thing with the other side. When you sew those on, it's going to look like this. Sewing both the inside and the outside at the same time is great, because this way your outside is finished, and then if you flip it over, your seams are also finished on the inside. So it's a quick way to finish 2 sides of the bag, the outside and the inside of the bag, without having to make a separate lining. Now, you're going to add interfacing in between these two layers of fabric on the sides. So to do that, what you'll do is, I'll fold these over first to get them back the way they were. You're going to take your interfacing and you're going to butt that interfacing. Fold your side panels back so that they're on the center panel, both on the outside and inside. Butt your interfacing right up next to the interfacing that's in that seam. Fold this out and iron it. Now, your raw edges should match the edge of your interfacing. When you do that, it may be a little off, and we'll be trimming this side edge down, so if it's not perfect, that's fine. Flip it to the other side. Fold this side out and iron. Now, once you've got both sides done, do the same thing with the other side. So you're going to put interfacing on the other side the same way you did this side. Once you've got that finished, your piece is going to look like this. Now it's going to be finished on both the outside and the inside. The one thing that I was a little concerned about is that inside edge of the interfacing is only fused and not attached. So to attach it and make that more secure, stitch 1/2 inch away from this seam right here. That will catch the edge of that interfacing and secure it to the side panels of your bag. Do that on both sides. The next step is that you'll want to draw lines and then stitch on some of those lines to delineate the bottom of the pocket. That way, if you put something in the pocket, it doesn't slide to the bottom of the bag. So the first thing that you will do is you'll draw a line across the center. Then you will draw lines to the left and the right according to the directions in the pattern. Stitch on those lines. That way it does delineate the bottom of the pocket, as well as give you some guidelines for delineating the bottoms of the bag. Once you've done this, on the outside only, and you can tell the outside from the inside because the pockets are lower on the outside, on the inside versus the outside, and that's just so that there's not a lot of bulk where the bindings are. So when the bindings meet, I'll see if I can fold this over and show you. So here's the inside pocket versus the outside pocket. So where this binding is, if I had both the bindings in the same spot, that would be a big thick seam for your sewing machine to go through. So we've offset them a little bit. The next thing that you want to do before we go to sew the sides, the side edges, is make your handles. And here's your handle. And you'll want to draw a line 2.5 inches from the top of the bag. You're going to sew your handles on, pin and then sew your handles on so they straddle that seam. Now you can hand sew your handles on too after you finish the bag, but it's just as easy to sew your handles on, and you're simply going to go down, across, and up the other side like I have on this bag right here. So you can see how this has been sewn on. And your handles straddle that seam. So in the next video, we're going to show you how to finish the side seams on the inside of the bag. All done.